Good morning, Delray Beach. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jamil.
And we are at the coolest place that I have seen in a long time, Throw Social, right here in Delray Beach. I mean, so Sarah says she comes here all the time, and she's been holding out because we didn't get an invitation from her, and I don't want to not know about this place. Yes. This is the coolest place.
I mean, even when there is nobody in here, this place looks fun.
Oh my gosh. Right? Well, everywhere you look, there is something that's amazing to see. Train!
I mean, when you look at it, you saying Throw Social. You can come here, you can throw down. They got the drinks, they got the light bites.
Oh my gosh!
It's just the vibe. The way it's opened up. I mean, the flow of everything from the inside. I mean, if you ever came down to El Barrio and you see how it was closed in, they have maximized the interior as well as the exterior, of this location.
It's like when people talk about that indoor-outdoor living, I feel like that's what they really executed so beautifully here. Like truly, I feel like you're at home, like you want to stay a while, you're with your friends, like there's games, there's cabanas, there's food, there's drinks, they have happy hour, they have late night.
Right. Well, it feels, I have to yell now because the train is being very rude.
This train is extremely rude to us right now.
I was hoping it's one of those quick little bright line trains, but it's not. But I mean, when you look at it, I like it too that you can come in here, have a private cabana. As well, you can sit on the inside. You got the AC, they got the outdoor bar. I mean, but the scene, a lot of places where you go, you want to feel the ambience as well. So I think you have that when you come here.
And for all the people out there that love to do it for the Insta, there are 1,000, and I actually mean probably 1,000 different spots that you can stand to take photos. And you have music and a stage. I mean, it doesn't get better than this.
Right. I think for me, it's like Vegas and South Beach had a baby here in Delray.
Right here in our beautiful
I think that's what
town.
happened. You know, Miami rolled up on Vegas and was like, hey, shawty.
Oh, just like that.
And then something happened,
and
it happened right here in Delray.
And then we got the baby.
Throw Social.
I mean, it's so cool. So let's just rewind for a second before we bring on our guest. So the education breakfast was a huge success. We had the best MC.
That was an awesome event to have all of the principals recognized.
Yes.
And at the same time, Janet Meeks from the city, she's retired.
Done so much for the city.
I think it's been like 30 years.
Wow.
30 years here advocating for the city of Delray Beach. And a lot of people don't know this, but we have that title as the All-America City. And the reason why we have that title is because of Janet Meeks. Her and the team of individuals with Joe Gilly and the guys from Old School Square to attack, the summer reading curve.
Yeah.
And what it was that they put together a plan to say, you know what, we want to improve grade level reading here in Delray Beach. And they did that. And they did that. And that's how we really became recognized as the All-America City.
And I think, train's gone. Now you don't have to yell at me anymore.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
No, I was just teasing. But yeah, and I think it was the most beautiful event to really celebrate education in our town, to have so many great minds in town come together for the same cause of helping these teachers out.
It was well thought out. I think Kate Johnson and the staff with the Delray Beach Education Fund, they did an awesome job.
Incredible.
The centerpieces that you did were awesome.
Thank you. We had fun. We had fun.
And it was the right venue. You had the right bodies in the room, and I just got to give my hats off to Kay and her team for recognizing and raising that money for our local schools.
And the last thing we're going to talk about was the Focus on Women's event. Summer Soiree was also epic. Wow. Jamel, you missed out. Sorry, I told you put on a wig and come. I mean, there were so many women having a great time, supporting local businesses. It's what we're all about here in Delray Beach. And they did an incredible event, the Girls of the Chamber at Sklar Furnishings, and it was wonderful.
How many people showed up?
Oh, I don't know, hundreds. Wow. How many, Sarah, do you think? Close to 300 people showed up. And when I tell you, it was packed, and you saw that's a big space. That's a big space. And it was spread out, lots of vendors. I mean, it was a great night, a wonderful time, and for people to shop local.
I mean, when you get a lot of business-minded people in there together too at the same time, we already know some beautiful things going to come out of that.
Absolutely.
That's basically a networking space, an opportunity for creativity to really flourish.
Absolutely.
But so, let's bring on.
We need to bring him on. We got to talk more about this unbelievable place.
Yes.
Because I mean, he's gonna have to throw us out because we're gonna stay here all
We're
day.
gonna stay here.
So, do you want to introduce our guest?
Yes, I'll introduce our guest. Coming on, the Vice President of Throw Social, Mr. Robert Swears. Look at this guy.
And he has the coolest boots on. I don't know if you could see, but they're fantastic. Hi,
We have Cowboy Night in Western Country Western Night on Wednesdays. So
Wednesdays. I got a pink cowboy hat from Nashville.
I did my homework because I saw that. I saw that remix that you guys posted out there. That everything was you tasting things. So I wanted to make sure you had a drink.
Okay, so is this?
What are we drinking?
What are we drinking?
This is our Fresh AF. That's our margarita.
Even the name. But look at how cute this is. Cheers to an amazing location. You got a long day ahead of you. All right, let's try this guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is Fresh AF.
Yeah.
So we squeeze our juice.
This is good AF
here. So
Good AF, indeed.
We want you to experience a great product when you guys come here. So.
Well, the thing I love a margarita, and I will say I am picky about margaritas because I have that's one of my drinks of choice. It's not overly sour, not overly sweet. It's the perfect blend. Sometimes you get a margarita and you're like, what is that taste? And you're not sure what's in it. This is insane. So is this on your happy hour menu?
It's on our happy hour menu. This is on our menu every day. So you guys are set.
So we're set. So we can just come over here after work. Yes. I mean, we were looking at your menu, and you have so many great options, and the prices, especially for happy hour, you can't beat that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we wanted to draw business. People getting out of the office, and obviously, traffic on 95 is not the greatest. So you got to find a place to hang out, for a little bit to try to break that monotony. So. Coming over here and enjoying yourself and getting some good drinks, for happy hour. And then obviously we do live music all the time. So either a DJ or live music. So staying for the rest of the night, and maybe you'll find yourself still here at 10 o'clock.
Oh, I'm sure. Home, Well, why would you want to leave? This is more beautiful than most people's homes. I mean, look at the cabanas. It's so cozy and inviting.
The thing that I try to figure out is, okay, when you came to this spot, and when you guys came here, when you first came up with the whole idea, what was that motivation to say this is what we're going to do, or what was the thing that was driving it? What was going on behind the scenes when you were creating the whole idea piece?
So I had the luxury to work for probably one of the most creative minds that is in the business. So she in 2014 she opened up live escape rooms, in the north, and she's originally from the Pennsylvania area and DC, and then she branched off into throwing axes. And she was one of the first, the first person to bring axe throwing to New York. So we brought it to Brooklyn, and we were also the first one to have a beer and wine license. So now you're throwing axes, and people got to drink. So it was a totally different situation.
It's pretty cool, right?
That is pretty cool.
And she's thinking new things up all the time, and her design is totally different than what you see with your typical restaurant brands. And she opened up Throw Social in DC. That was her next design, which is on the northeast side of DC. And it's 2 floors. It's got about 24,000 square feet. We just added a rooftop. But she brought that brand, and then pandemic hit 4 weeks later after we actually had the grand opening. So all traction that we had from that grand opening kind of went into the tube. So. She stayed alive, and we continued to drive the business. And she moved down here to South Florida, and she found.
So she lives here now.
She lives here now. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
And she found this place, and she took the old El Baccio and put her flair on this place.
I mean, it's not recognizable.
No, not at all. It doesn't look anywhere close to what it used to. Right?
So how many locations total do you have?
So you get the train, so you'll love that stuff.
Now you get to yell at us.
So the train's supposed to be shots, but I didn't bring shots. So
is it?
No, so
that's fun.
We have 5 locations. We have 5 brands that are operating right now. But we have 4 locations. So the DC location is actually a dual. So it's a bottom floor kick axe with the Throw Social on the top.
Cool.
So that is that. So we have 5 units right now, venues, and we're looking to expand. So.
And the one thing that I see is that you guys have a good problem, and I think
yes.
And as we're sometimes you have to. Is it that you have to turn people away because you guys are too
packed? Yeah, they do. And you drive by, you're like, what's happening happening over there?
We try not to. I mean, I think
But
that's
you
the
want
whole
to
goal.
try to get as many people in the door. As possible.
Obviously, I mean, you can only shove so many people in here.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, and we want to stay safe and make sure that everybody enjoys
the big
themselves. And, you know, when you do get too packed, unfortunately, not everybody gets to get the experience that we have.
Right.
You know, we're made to have that social experience, and, you know, it's hard to play cornhole in the back when you got people like standing next to you.
Yeah.
So we do control that, but it's a great problem to have. You know, I mean, it's worse than if we were sitting out there looking and
You're
there's
like,
no
is
line,
anybody
you know?
here?
But I think that we're the next, you know, we're the next it bar, you
Yes.
know,
Right.
that everybody is trying to come to. And
1000%.
And the thing is that I was telling Amanda, you probably didn't hear because the train was riding by. I told her, I said, it's like Vegas and South Beach
Yeah.
came together and had a baby here in Delray.
Very
you know?
beautiful baby here in Delray.
Put that vibe.
you know, you get that South Florida flair
Yeah.
here,
Right.
and you know, being close to the beach and bringing this to Delray, I think that, you know, like we were talking earlier, you know, people are coming from Miami to see us. People are coming from Lauderdale to see us.
Absolutely.
You know, we've actually had people come in for our live bands, and I was telling you that said they came all the way from Fort Pierce.
Wow.
Because there's no really live
Yeah.
music areas to come to anymore, and we are the one that
Which
do.
is so sad. But I think, so what made you guys pick Delray over Miami or West Palm or, you know, one of those?
I think the opportunity was great here, and she found the location, and she really loved this location, and kind
Yeah.
of saw what she could do in her vision with it. The pergola on the outside was huge for her. Being able to have an outdoor feel, but being able to close it off and still operate if, you know, you have those Florida rain, you know, which happens every day, you know. So and
Great.
yeah, we put in the air conditioning and tried to be able to cool it down out here so people could still enjoy us continuously through the summer.
Yeah.
And then go into the wintertime, you know, we can you know, go right back to normal, you know, Florida weather, and then you know, everybody enjoys themselves outside.
I mean, you don't feel hot at all here because, like, you know, and especially being Floridians, we're like, oh, it's summer. Like, unless we're at the beach, we're not going outside.
Right.
But this is one of those places where, like, you feel cool. You have the fans, like you're saying, and you can sit outside. So if you want just fresh air, and you don't want to have to sit inside, you can come outside. Or people who are still a little funny about being in bars, this is the perfect environment. It's outside.
And I like too, like the privacy of like the cabanas
Yeah.
and things of that nature. As I'm looking, I'm like, wow, you could come here and have a nice little small event or a small little birthday party or whatever type of event that you're having or celebration. How would they do that? Like, if they want to make that happen?
So we have two great salespeople here. They're our sales managers, and we have our email, so you can contact us at events at Throw Social, and you can go ahead and you'll get with them, and they'll go ahead and set it up. We have our menu set up, and you got, you know, packages that you guys can pick from, and our
great.
cabanas hold 10 people, you know, and we do buyouts. There's times we do special events where the whole inside is actually bought out. So
Wow.
we'll do a full venue buyout. So a lot of times on Facebook you'll see us where we're closed for a special event tonight. So
That's really
just
cool.
letting people know, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's great for bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs. I mean, we're doing a lot, especially going into the holiday season.
Yeah.
We're starting to see a lot of those office parties come in right now. So.
Well, it's the perfect place to come with your office where you can, you know, have a different kind of environment. It's so inviting.
Right.
And we were talking a little bit earlier about the design and how everywhere you look, it's so Instagrammable. It's so well thought out. I mean, even like their storage of their liquor, like everything is just right.
small
I mean,
things, yep.
it's so many beautiful details that you really could take a zillion pictures and they never are going to look the same as you walk from location to location.
Well, I think too, one good thing that you mentioned to me earlier was how you guys looked at yourself with the surrounding businesses and
Yes.
saying, you know, we're not really competing with the businesses around us. You know, I'll let you explain.
Yeah, because that was beautiful.
I mean, typically when you have an entertainment area like the Avenue, you know, you have a lot of restaurants, and you know, there are some nightclubs or, you know, some social areas that people are going to. We're not your average restaurant, so you know, you're not using an open table to come in to sit down and, you know, spin the table. So what we find is that a lot of the restaurants around here, they're competing against each other to drive that business in. There's nothing like us. So what happens is everybody goes and enjoys themselves and has a dinner, and then they come over to us and they party the rest of the night with us. So we have the live band, we have the live music, we have a great DJ, we have two of the best resident DJs in the area. And they take our night and they take it on, and they enjoy our food after they've already eaten. We have those handhelds, we have tacos and nachos and things like that they can snack on the rest of the night. which keeps them here the rest, until we close.
Absolutely.
So this is the spot to like pre-party and post-party.
I was gonna say you can come
But you can
before
party.
dinner too. You can come, go to dinner,
'Cause
come
the thing about most
back.
of the times when if you don't have a reservation on the app, you're
gotta
gonna wait about
You're gonna
45 minutes to
wait.
an hour. So let's
Come
go
here,
move
get
in
a
and throw some,
drink.
have a little
Yeah.
drink, get a little appetizer, then you go eat dinner, then come back afterwards.
Yeah, and
Dance
stay.
off the ice cream,
What
dance
time
off
are you
the-
open until?
Yes.
So during the week we're open until 12, and then we've extended till 2 o'clock on the weekends. So and then
Wow.
Sunday we go till 1. So.
That's great.
But I mean, we offer bottle service. We take care of the guests, and if you want that secluded area, you can grab a cabana. If you don't, there's a ton of tables here. Get here early to get a table, especially on a Friday and Saturday, because
So we gotta come and I'll get the table.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
no one can take the table. This is our table now.
And you guys open up around like 5 o'clock or
We open at 4.
Open at 4.
4.
And then on Saturdays and Sundays we open at noon. So.
Wow. And then because we were talking a little bit about your background, and you have an interesting background, and you bring a really cool perspective. What on earth?
So tacos
how
for you.
cool is this? What? Yum. I
And
told
the taco
you you were
tree.
going to like him. That is so cool. So tell us more about this, because this is very exciting.
So this is our margarita tree.
I'm in heaven.
So
He's never leaving. You're going to have to literally shove him out.
So this is our margarita tree through Patron. Obviously, it gives you the ability to you and 3 of your friends, or if it's just you.
Yeah, no judgment, no
I'll have it,
judgment.
friend.
You do you.
I won't.
You're gonna now.
If I see you order this by yourself, I know I'm good. We're okay. But you and 3 of your friends can enjoy some tequila and some margaritas.
This is so cool.
Really cool presentation. We can bring
Yes.
that to the cabana. We'll sit them in the cabana, and then everybody kind of enjoys.
Wow. So what is the price of this?
So this is $50.
This whole thing?
For the whole thing.
This whole thing, Jamel, $50. We've been doing all the wrong things. We should be here every day.
Sarah's been holding out on this.
Sarah says, I come here 3
Sarah's
times
like,
a
oh,
week.
I knew that. I had that already.
And we said, what, you didn't invite us? She said, well, we said, okay, well, we're going to come and we're not going to invite Sarah. We're going to come and have this by ourselves. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yes,
okay,
this
so
is
you got to try this taco.
So we changed our menu. We brought in some new items that we thought were shareable.
It's beautiful. And this is how it
went for the
comes?
tops. Comes like that, yeah.
Wow.
So this is our chicken taco. So we roast our chicken, shred it down. It's got red pickled onion, cotija cheese, a little bit of that's our chipotle mayo, and then lime for a squeeze, and cilantro.
This is beautiful. So is your menu the same at all of your locations, or is it different based on where you are?
Our Philly location, which is just a kick-axe, and our Brooklyn location is a kick-axe. So that theme is more of that Canadian lodge. So we do Bavarian pretzels, beer cheese, tacos, sliders, stuff like that. Here
great.
we came after a little more of a southern flair for South Florida. So we bounce everything from coconut shrimp to our tacos to nachos that are brand new. We do a Cuban sandwich here. We have teriyaki
good.
sliders. So these are things that that we wanted people to enjoy, without having to sit down and be fork and knife.
Yeah.
Menu.
This is the right food to have when you're having drinks and you're
Yes.
sitting there and you're standing. I like it.
And it's flavorful.
Very flavorful.
Oh my gosh. Like, this is the perfect combination. And if
Yes.
you're like just wanting like a little bite, even if you don't want a big meal,
I
this
agree.
is perfect.
This taco is tap dancing on my tongue right
I
now. It's
know.
just
I'm like,
bam, bam,
I want to eat it, but I'm scared I'm gonna drop it all over the place.
No,
Where-
you don't wanna
nobody
eat
take
it
this
on
away.
camera 'cause
Don't
you
take
wanna-
this away. Don't take. We gotta have this. I know. Well, we had an incident one time when we were eating something and we made a big mess. So now we're trying to be not making messes at people's homes here.
Bring you some
Oh,
napkins.
thank
Thanks,
you. This is beautiful.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, just when you think it can't get better, somehow it keeps getting better here.
I'm
Like you
so-
walk in.
You have me as a customer.
Yeah, you have some loyal customers.
I need a membership.
Yes.
Is there
if you
like
need
a
to
private
find
membership?
us, you know where we are. We'll have
We'll
an
get you that VIP
office.
card
I'll
for the
pay a
back entrance,
subscription.
man. We'll get you
Yes,
that.
I'll pay a
there you
subscription
go.
or whatever it may be.
Yes. Ooh, we like that.
And it's crazy. It's funny
So
that
great.
we still get people that come in here and they've never been here. And we've been open since January. We opened a week before New Year's, so that was kind of our grand.
Right.
But we've been going strong since January, and
Yeah.
still people walk in this place and is just amazed, and they're like, wow, can't believe I've never been here.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's what we were saying. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say I hadn't been, and I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, is it going to be like for young kids and real? It isn't. It's like
everybody.
this is for everybody. This is a spot
everybody.
for everybody. Anybody can come. If you're tired from work, you can come and unwind.
But the first thing
or
that
you want to get amped up with the DJ.
The one thing that I started doing is I started looking at reviews online when I knew we were coming here. I was like, let me do a little research, and I started seeing that people were saying,
Yeah.
hey, I drive from Miami at
Yes.
least once or twice, a month to come up there. I love it. It's just they're coming from so far away just to come for the vibe, come for the food, come for everything. I mean, it speaks volumes.
And they come back repeatedly.
They come back
it's not I went there once. It's always, oh yeah, I love that place. I went there a couple times, or I'm going back this weekend. And everybody in town, I mean, you guys are the talk of the town still, and you've been open since January, and everybody loves it. Everybody wants to come. I was so bummed because we missed when they filmed here the other day for the commercial.
Oh, for the commercial, yes.
And we were like, what?
I got your nachos, man. So that's the steak nachos, man. So.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Jamil, here, do you want to move this here in the sun?
Oh my gosh, what are they trying to do?
I don't know.
I'm taking a nap after this. I'm just letting you know.
Yep, sorry, Lee. He will not be at work. He's sick.
Yes, I'm calling in sick today.
Oh, and these chips are so good. They're like those thin, crispy chips, not those thick, nasty ones. Not the movie theater chips.
I'm in love.
Oh my gosh, this is huge.
This is the perfect. I don't want to say it, but it's like the perfect drunk person food.
Or non-drunk person food. It's so good.
Drunk person food. But when you're having a drink and you just want to sit and you just picking it, going, like it's the perfect snack. But it's very good. I mean,
it's so good.
It's so good. Like I would come and order this. Like
I would come for dinner and get. I mean,
let's just get
huge.
some nachos.
It's
Like
great to share, So like when you guys are sitting around, there's 5 of you at a table.
Yeah.
That's what we're shooting for,
I still can't get over this. This is the coolest thing I've seen in a long time.
That's cool. This cooler. That's the coolest. I don't know. Everything.
And I don't know what's the best part of this place.
This is a good vibe.
This is amazing.
I think a lot of people too, though, at the beginning, they first heard as we were opening up. Obviously, we throw axes here, and people were coming like, "Where's the axes? Where we heard about the axes. We do have axes. We still throw. They're in the back corner. We've got 8 lanes, so you can enjoy axe throwing. It's over here in the corner where our umbrellas are.
And you have a lot of other games too.
Yeah, we have cornhole, we have Connect 4, we have life-size Jenga.
Cool, old school, like
it is. It's like old school, but with a refresh.
You turn into a big kid when you come in.
Yes.
We have board games too. You can go inside. We have an area where you can play. We got Uno. We've got a bunch of games that you can choose from.
I love
here
Uno.
And stuff like that, so.
I don't know. I'm all for a margarita and nachos for breakfast. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm all for it too.
We're taking this with us. There will be no food left behind.
Yes, no food left behind.
You can take it. We'll box it up.
So, what is your favorite thing?
The food wise?
Yeah, food, drinks. Like, when you come here, what is like your go-to?
Obviously, the tacos and the nachos are brand new, so we just brought them on. I like them just obviously because who doesn't like tacos, man? It's like tacos is a thing to go.
If you don't like
nachos
tacos, there's something wrong with you.
But we wanted to keep it with a South flair, so we wanted to keep the corn tortilla. We wanted to do it the right way. We layer our nachos, so when you get to the bottom, it's just not dry chips. So we wanted to. So those are the 2 of my favorite things that I like. And that's why I kind of chose to bring this out.
It's the steak, right? This is steak tacos.
Steak tacos, yeah.
It's so good. The meat is so good. It's not like some nasty meat thrown on nachos. Like sometimes you get these nachos, you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
It's got the right amount of spice. It's not too hot, too not.
Oh.
But got a little jalapeno in there. Avocado. Pico de gallo and the sour cream.
I didn't even notice the jalapenos.
Oh, he didn't notice it.
I didn't notice the jalapenos.
He's a baby about heat.
Oh, I was gonna say you're not. I don't want you allergic,
he's
man.
He's gonna be crying though. It's okay. What was that thing you ate the one time?
I don't know what it
was. And he had something, and the man's like crying, and I couldn't stop laughing, which was not nice. Yeah, we do, because it was really fun. Well, look at you, like Superman, and he was crying while I was eating, and Sarah and I were like laughing, and we couldn't stop laughing. But no, it's not spicy. So even if you don't like spicy, it's not gonna hit you. But you do get a little bit of flavor from the heat.
So you guys are open Sunday through Saturday, or is it?
Yeah, we're open 7 days a week. We wanted to give a place that people could come and enjoy multiple days during the week. So we have multiple days that we're doing different things. So Monday nights, we have our drag bingo. So Tuesdays,
fun.
we have our night. The Wednesdays we have our country night. Thursdays is our college night. Fridays and Saturdays we have live music from. We'll have a DJ, then we go into live music, and then we go back into DJ at the end of the night, and then we
So
have
cool.
our service industry night on Sundays.
So listen,
Oh.
you got the food, you got the drinks. So
got
my
the
thing is,
environment.
you got the environment. Now, when you add the music, when you add the music to it, that's got to be a big deal. You got to find the right DJ. You got to find the right person to keep the crowd going.
We do, and you got to find the right bands too,
Yes,
and not everybody,
absolutely.
nowadays, cover bands. People want to listen to the music like they grew up
Yeah,
listening to it.
yeah.
So, it's different to bring in a band that wrote a song in their garage.
Yes,
So,
yes.
because obviously everybody doesn't know what that song is, so it's
Right.
hard to follow along.
Right.
Our bands come in and they play those songs, so they keep it in that classic rock,
That's good.
70s, 80s, 90s. They play some newer stuff, in the 2000s and stuff like that. But it's songs that you've heard.
So while you're
and you
here,
can get
you're
on the
vibing
dance
to
floor
it.
and
Connect to
connect
it.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
We cap off the night with two of
Flicks in your face.
our best DJs I think in South Florida area, and that's Peter Gonzalez and Michael London that you'll see today. So
Okay.
So-
Is there anything else that we're missing that we haven't spoke about Thrill Social? Like,
no, we've really kind of touched base on everything. I mean, I think the buzz is out there and everybody knows
Oh,
about
yeah.
us, and if you walk down here on a Friday and Saturday and you look out the door, we have a line to 55.
Oh, for sure.
So I mean, obviously it's out there, and with college coming back in and 30,000 some students, every year
Yeah.
going into FAU, it's right down the road.
Yeah.
So. And we get that crowd there. But like I said, it's nice to hear the people that are coming from Miami, Dade County, things like that,
Yeah.
to see, what we are about. That means
Yeah.
that there's a buzz, because there's some great
Huge
places.
buzz.
There's some great places in the South Florida area
Yeah.
that you can go do that, but they're still coming here.
Yeah.
So, that's huge to hear. So.
I mean, if you haven't come, you really need to check this place out. There's something for everyone, truly. I think whether you are the happy hour crowd, the late night crowd, the just trying to escape and hide from
Right.
from life crowd, and it's not just for the college kids, but you can come and be a college kid again when you come here if you want.
What we see is we get a really good of the Delray crowd that's in that late 20s to all the way to 60s, 70s
Yeah.
that are coming in to look for the live music.
Of
and
course.
they want to hear the bands, and then as they filter out and they leave, you see that younger crowd
Yeah.
coming in,
Yeah.
who are more of the people that want to party until 2 or 3 in
Yeah.
the morning.
Right.
So that's
The
where
old people that do
you
that
see
like us.
Well, they stay. You know what I'm
The
saying?
old people like us who are
They stay,
staying for a
you know,
while.
so,
Well, this
yeah.
is so great. I mean, thank you for bringing this to
definitely,
Delray
man.
Beach and for having us this morning. I mean, I'm really blown away by everything.
how
that
would
we've
you
seen.
introduce the DJ? Like, you give an introduction.
If I had to give an introduction to
Yes.
this, wow.
Which side note, he looks so cool. Like, I want to hear his music just from seeing him here, so I know he's going to be good.
I would say the epitome of entertainment.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's go. Let's give it up for the man that's on the ones and twos, DJ Michael London.
This is how we do.
Thank you so much.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night.
What are you? How you doing? For my 40. Oh. Not that one.
Top Porsche, rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing. Bossed up and I changed the game. It's my big bronze boogie, got all them girls shook. My big fat, got all them boys cook. We're from dollar bills and I be popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance. Like,